Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be working on this lovely rear derailleur. It's a Shimano, I believe it's Golden Arrow A105 rear derailleur. This particular derailleur seems to have the kind of like that stopper plate that's gone over that part there, so we need to rectify that. It looks like the seal's a little bit worn out. I don't know if I'm going to have a replacement though at hand, and globally it needs a clean. Very nice derailleur. This part here for the barrel adjuster is moves about, and I just love the globally the logo. I think I might try and polish this after once I'm finished. So let's begin. First thing we're going to do is remove the jockey wheel cage pulley. So there's a bolt right here. It's a number 6. It might be quite tight to take off. Let's give it a go. Yep. No, it's alright. So now we've undone that. Let's pull out the that spring. The spring was actually on my right. If you want to put it on the left, I believe there'll be more tensioned. See if I can take this off now. Yeah, got it off. So it's quite dirty and dry. Probably never been opened. So there's a seal, and take that off. Some kind of retainer bushing for the spring. Put on the side. We can now push out this bolt. And again, there's another seal. Remove that. Put the bolt to the side. And some kind of spacer, which I think would have been, yeah, on that bolt. And the spring. Spring looks like it's not symmetrical. This part here is smaller in diameter, and that was going towards the cage. And as you can see, it's very crusty and rusty. I'm going to leave the barrel in place because I don't want to fidget with that later on, putting it back in. We are going to take off the limit screws though. Threading's really nice on these. Might as well take this off. I think we're going to take this off as well. This this screw. Clean the threading out. So at the back here, there's a circlip that's going to enable us to remove this bolt. Be able to look what's inside as well. Take off the clip. There's a seal. It's very bashed up. It does look like a normal size seal from this period, so I should be able to replace it. Okay, the spring is a tiny little bit bent towards here, but it should be okay. I guess one tip's a little bit longer, but there's not really much of a difference from what I can see. Let's put that there and get the bolt out. There's a seal on that bolt right there. Put that to the side for now. It does look like there's something else in there. Yeah, there is. Push that out. There's like another plastic seal, which is actually broken. I don't think I'm going to have a replacement for that one though. Okay, I think that's everything. You know, that looks riveted. It could potentially be taken off though, but I don't think I'm going to need to. So now I'm going to give everything a clean. And yeah, and then we'll put everything back together again. Sorry, nearly forgot the jockey wheels. Definitely want to clean those. Let's take off this tiny little stopper bolt. And I think here should be a number 8. Oh, that's quite hard. Let's try it this way. Oh! Undone, and oh man. Oh, I don't think it's ever been taken off. Oh, got it. Unscrew. Unscrew. Bolts are identical length, so we don't need to worry about that. You have the 2 plates right there. Put that to the side. And we've got jockey wheels, and there's the jockey wheel kind of barrels. Can we get one out? Yeah, we can. And I just see now the LC, which I think is 87-ish. I think it's that. The L anyway. So this is a very late model. There's actually like 3 versions of this. There's like one with black on it, and there's one with a completely different jockey wheel cage. So yeah, anyway, I'm a little bit annoyed I missed that out there. And oh well. Oh well, everything's been more or less cleaned. I just put a bit of soapy water and some WD-40 to finish it off. I didn't bother with a degreaser. Most of the parts anyway are fairly worn inside this this derailleur. You can at least now see the golden part nearly in the lighting. You probably could add some gold. I might do that. I'll see how much time I've got left. But otherwise, yeah, let's assemble everything again. I mean, once we put some grease on it, there's generally an additive in there that that kind of attacks the rust and it protects it. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's begin. You can just about see here, there's a groove that's been formed from grinding, no doubt, at what point this was dry inside. We're going to begin by working on the top knuckle right here. I'm going to add a little bit of grease on the interior to lubricate the surface. That should be good. First part that we need to take, I did actually miss this out on the video when I was disassembling. This plastic part, mine's actually cracked. Now the tip of the spring is going to be going onto the right side here. I did try and see if it looks like you've got 2 options. You can put it on this one, but it seems so hard to be able to tension this backwards. I don't think it's that, so it's got to be the right one. You know what? I've just stopped short. Oh man, it's so annoying. I didn't notice this before. Of course, on these derailleurs, the this plate here in particular didn't have a screw. It had none, and that's actually the reason why it's probably gone over here, because you couldn't use it. So I guess I could do something with that by putting it, and that's maybe why this person's done this. Let me check. Put that there. Next day, lucky me, I think that this is the correct part. It looks at least more or less correct. I have salvaged this from a Shimano 600 derailleur. Now, a lot of the time, these parts are not, they're completely different on a lot of the derailleurs. They're not compatible or interchangeable anyway. But it looks like it's correct. I've also been able to get a bolt that seems to fit better here. So I think everything was a little bit wrong on this. I think someone had worked on this before, and it's not been properly put back together, but we're going to do that. So first thing, which was completely different, was this seal, which actually has a tab, and my one didn't have that, and that makes sense now because it actually fits in between that hole right there. So we'll put that back on. Next we've got the bolt. That seems to seat nicer now, doesn't seem to move so much. Other side, we're going to put that spring. So there's two options for the spring. Let's see if I can't capture on camera, but basically there's one place where you slide in this side and then one that side. We're going to do it on this side here on the right, if you're holding the rail like this. So I'm going to put it there. I think that's it. Yeah, kind of seems to engage itself. So on this part we actually have this seal, and there's kind of like a slot where the other tip of that springs are going to eventually go. So we want to put that over like that. That'll do. And so now the tip of that spring is going to go into the hole there of this unit. Yeah, hopefully that should all go in. For the next part, we're going to need to tension up the spring, and this tab part here is going to need to go in front of there, and we're also going to need to push down at the same time. Very frustratingly annoying, at least on this one anyway, because when you push down you need to put quite a lot of strength, and you're kind of using both hands. So I think the best way really to do this is with a vise. It's not possible. I don't know if there's another way, maybe there is, but I haven't got time to think about that. So I'm going to put mine in a vise. This is a mini vise. You maybe got a bigger one, that'll be easier. I think we're nearly there. Maybe a tad more. There. And now basically just using another plier, I'm going to start turning this around, and then I can squeeze it down at the same time. So just got that there. See if I can get that to hold in place. Yeah, I've just caught it. There, it's all the way down. We do need to keep that closed because we're going to need to put that clip underneath it to hold it in place. I also found the original clip. I'm going to have to find another one actually for another project, as the new bolt that I've put in now is not going to fit with the old clip. I just tried it actually. So now we need to get it under. There you go. And now we can undo the vise. Oopla. And there you go, done. Blimey, that was hard. We can now move on with the rest. There's this plastic part there that's going to go onto the pivot. So again, we're going to apply some grease. This one's going to go through here. We're going to have this spring. So one end is slightly smaller in diameter, that's going to go towards us, and the other end is going to go into the derailleur, the larger side. There's a hole at the back of the derailleur where this small pin is going to go in. I'll put a little bit more grease in that. Yeah. So aim for that until it engages. This derailleur has really become a nightmare. Should have just found another one. I lost this little ring, and man, I think I spent an hour looking for it. Anyway, so this little spacer ring goes over the bolt, and next we're gonna have these two little pots here. Although I'm gonna take them off, push it out. So we have this kind of cup with a hole. So where the hole is there, we're going to put the tip of the spring into it, and so it goes over like this. There you go, seat it through. And then we have this seal. So you'll see on the seal there's a tiny little tab. I'm going to zoom in so we can see that a little bit better. A little tab there, and that's going to go onto that side, and the seal is going to seat through the that metal cup that we just had. So this all should be like this. Don't forget to add some grease, by the way. I just put some more on this seal. I forgot to do that properly. I was so annoyed for losing that ring. So now we're going to take the outer cage. There's two holes here. I think on the right it's going to be less tension, judging by how we're putting this on. Make sure we put it on the right way. Mine's got an A stamped on the other side. We want to put it like this anyway. So let's put this on the, I don't know, the right one. Do whichever one you want. I'm going to hold that down, and now we're going to need to screw down this bolt. So it's another number 6. There you go. So we're essentially going to be flipping this around now, like so. You're going to need to hold it open. We're going to now need to put a tiny little bolt here that holds this in place and stops against that part right there. Nice and tight, and now you can let go. That's done. I finally found Mr. Stubby. He's my favourite screwdriver. You can tighten that down a little bit better. He really does love these type of screws here on Shimano, and I was getting very worried for the limit screws. I couldn't imagine myself doing it without it. So let's put those limit screws now. So we have this little plastic cap, plastic seal thing for them. I'm gonna start to like putting these final parts on, as I know it's the end. At least for this derailleur, it was not enjoyable. Alright, well that's done. Gonna put a bit of grease on both of these. Grab a plate. Now the original one, or the other versions I've noticed, have this kind of plastic part. So I don't know if this this is like the later model version, which kind of has this groove on the inner cage. I'm not too sure. This would obviously not fit on here anymore. But I do have one on this part, and it's more this shape, the inner cage. Let's put the last one on. And now we're going to tighten that down. Right, well that's everything done. So I was going to put gold on this, but I've had enough of this one. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that. So thank you for listening. I hope this was somehow helpful. It was painful for me. And until next time for another derailleur. Peace out.